What up, everyone? Thank you for hanging out in the Nerdery. It's been a while since we've had a victorious quest. The time felt right for the next 90s X-Men episode. Xavier's school has 3 new recruits, Dazzler, Blink, and Sunfire. I picked up Dazzler and Blink for $13 each and Sunfire for $18 from Amazon. This episode will ask and answer the question, how much bleeping cooler is the 90s X-Men display now? Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the 90s X-Men quest. First up is Shiro Yoshida, better known as Sunfire. His first comic book appearance was in X-Men 64 in 1970. He was created by Roy Thomas and Don Heck. At the bottom you can see Marvel's Sunfire, the X-Men logo, Warlock Build-A-Figure torso, Sunfire himself, and 2 really cool flame effects, Legends series. Top of the box has an X, and then in the left-hand corner is Build-A-Figure, Marvel's Warlock. Take a look at the box art on the side. You could see Sunfire blasting off. Moving to the back, starting from the bottom, you can see the Warlock Build-A-Figure and all 7 figures from this wave. Next up is Dazzler. I'm pretty excited to see how Dazzler in a bomber jacket compares to Disco Dazzler. Her first comic book appearance was in Uncanny number 130 in February of 1980. She was created by Tom DeFalco and John Romita Jr. Hey, did you know she was originally developed as a cross-promotional character with Casablanca Records? This is my first Marvel 80 Years retro card I'm opening. I'm pretty excited. In the upper left-hand corner, you can see the Marvel 80 Years logo, then the Uncanny X-Men. On the left-hand side is some beautiful art of Dazzler with power effect written, and then you can see Dazzler with her 2 effects. Moving to the back, on the right side, you could see everyone from this wave. I have Silver Samurai and Wolverine. I would love to pick up Storm, but not for $50 to $70. Upper left-hand corner has a sketch of Dazzler as well as her description. Rounding out our trio of 90s X-Men editions is Claire Fong Ferguson. She first appeared in X-Men number 317 in October of 1994. She was created by Scott Lobdell and Joe Madureira. Starting at the bottom, you have Marvel's Blink and the X-Men logo. You can see her teleportation bubble, the action figure. On the left, you have the Caliban Build-A-Figure leg, and on the right, you have 2 psionic shards. Then you have the Marvel Legends series logo, a yellow X, and then the left-hand corner is Build-A-Figure Caliban. Let's check out the art on the side of the box. Oh wow, that's a really cool representation of her. I like the colors they picked, and I think she looks sweet. Moving to the back. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, you have the Marvel Legends series, then the character description. Wow, dude, you have more of the art from the side of the box, and I love seeing it expanded here. That's really cool. It looks like she's jumping through her portal. Then you have the Build-A-Figure Caliban logo. On the left, you have Caliban, and there's all 7 figures from this wave. Jubilee, why are you so expensive? So I've never opened one of these cards before, and I thought we could do it together. Sunfire is the first of this trio to appear in the 90s X-Men animated series. He made a brief cameo with Gambit, Jubilee, and Storm in the Season 1 episode Slave Island. His mutant abilities include flight, plasma blast, infrared vision, immune to radiation, and he looks like a bad mother bleeper right out of box. Don't you agree? Dazzler's first appearance in the 90s X-Men animated series was in the background during Mojo Vision in Season 2. She had a much more prominent role in the Season 3 episode of Dark Phoenix Saga Part 1, entitled Dazzled. Rounding out this trio is Blink. Her first appearance was in One Man's Wrath. It's an alternate future where Professor X is killed and it leads to full-out war between mutants and humans. Abilities include teleportation, she can create portals for herself and others, and she's an expert at combat. Wow, dude. Sunfire out of the box is legit. I had high expectations for this figure, and it is so striking and cool and is well painted. Oh man, look at that mask. Glowing orange eyes, golden circles. Looks like flames hanging off the side, or he's a crazy chicken. Oh no, actually it looks like Silence of the Lambs. And then coming into the torso, it's your traditional Marvel muscle body. Cut at the torso, swivel at the hip, but it does have butterfly jointed shoulders. So I do appreciate this detail, especially with a figure like this that you can pose like punching or flying. I think it gives you more options, and you feel like you're getting a fuller, more modern figure. Bicep cut, and then he comes with 2 fists with 360-degree rotation and inflection back and forth. I think what really sells this figure is this torso paint. It's a beautiful take on the Japanese flag with the red and white stripe, and then the red sun on his belt, and it looks like white flames going throughout his belt. Next to a character like Cyclops, man. Dude, check out the visual juxtaposition these offer. And I don't even have the flame effects on Sunfire yet. This gives you a good idea how they scale. So Cyclops comes in a hair taller. Cut at the thigh, double jointed knee, gold flames on the boots, and then he's got a rock back and forth and a swivel. Dude, I don't know how much cooler my display is right now, but it's cooler. It's definitely cooler. Dazzler is awesome. And I'm talking about this Dazzler, 70s disco Dazzler. Thank you again to my daughters for letting me borrow a figure. But 90s Dazzler is awesome too. Oh my god. She's got the Rambo headband, Bridget Nielsen hair. I'm sure that's a reused face sculpt. I don't know who it is, but it is beautiful. And the bomber jacket with the rolled up sleeves. Dude, I did not have major expectations for this Dazzler. But oh my goodness, I feel like this is going to be a figure that kind of sat, and I was able to grab it for $13, and then they're all going to be gone at some point, and then she's going to be crazy expensive like some of the other female 90s X-Men. So if we take a close look at it, you can see eyeliner and eyeshadow. Her eyebrows are very blonde but defined. And then check out the pop collar on the bomber jacket with the sleeves rolled up. That looks really cool with the gold Dazzler symbol in the middle. And then her suit is a really bold French blue. I think it's cool because it distinguishes itself from the other blues in the X-Men 90s, but she brings some of the gold and yellow in with her hair and symbol on her chest and calf. She has 2 different hand options, but they both have those sweet fingerless gloves. They both have 360-degree rotation and inflection back and forth. So this one, the hand is a little more gripped, and then the left one, the hand is open. Ooh, man. Looks like she played football in high school. But this hand is open. So I like that because it does come with 2 effects, which I'll show in a second. And I think up close it just makes it more visually interesting. So her torso has a full 360-degree swivel with tilt back and forth. And I love that the brown belt matches the brown bomber jacket, and then you have a red X in there. So you have a pouch. You got 2 raised rectangles, not sure what those are. Another pouch, and another pouch. But I really appreciate the contrast between the bomber jacket brown and the blue with that gold symbol. Man, I really underrated this figure. Shoulders come out wide, and then you have a 1 pin at the elbow. Blue all the way down with a red stripe, and then her symbol on her calf. And I really, really appreciate that she doesn't have high heels here, and good articulation back and forth. And ooh, that's tight. And then twist side to side, and then double knee joint. A cut at the thigh. She seems to be very articulatable. She pops. And how much cooler is the display now? I don't know. I can't tell you how many times I've seen blink and passed on her. I was doing a 90s X-Men rewatch, and there she was, and I thought, you fool! And then I thought, you fool! What are you doing, man? She's on the series. Plus, she's purple and green, and she's gonna look awesome next to all that blue and gold. And man, was I right, dude. I can't believe I slept on this figure. I don't think she's as cool as Jubilee, but the purple body and hair sculpt is really, really slick. Let's take a close look at this face. She's got glowing yellowish green eyes, and she's got a pink psionic tattoo on her face, dark eyeshadow. The lips are slightly darker than the rest of the face. The hair is like a muted brownish red, and it's flowing in motion like she just popped up out of a portal. I think it's one of the better female hair sculpts I've seen in a long time. I love the 2 strands of hair flowing down, and then the rest is behind her ears, and then you can see her ears are pointed there. That's really, really cool detail, and I appreciate they honored that with this figure. And I love the psionic shards she comes with. They're glowing pink, and they look really, really cool and match the tattoo on her face. And I don't know what to say about the collar. A leather dog collar. I don't know, man. But it does look good in contrast with the purple skin tone and green suit. She has the same body, so we don't need to go through it again, and they scale at almost the same height. One of the things I'll point out is her belt with sash. I love how it's flowing backwards, so everything looks like she's like kind of flowing in the wind out of a portal, so when you pose her, it flows behind her left knee. I think that looks awesome, man. And then you have her jumping out of the portal, ready to fight you with her psionic shards, bringing us to her really, really cool effect. This vibrant pink portal that matches her psionic shards and the psionic tattoo on her face. And what's really cool about this is that not only can she create portals for herself to jump out of, but she can create it for other figures. So I can pose her in the Nerdery where she's fighting with both psionic daggers, and then she's teleporting somewhere else. Alright, man, how much cooler did the 90s X-Men display just get?
Time for some playtime. Let's see how they scale next to other 90s X-Men. There's Cyclops. Forge! See what I was talking about earlier? I love the visual juxtaposition of the blue and gold to the French blue, the purple, the green, that bold red and white, man. Ah, looks great. Here's Wolverine. Jean! And speaking of Jean Grey, let's see how she scales as well next to our new figures. That's just a little taste of my 90s X-Men display, but I think they look pretty sweet together. How about you guys?
Wow, dude. Attempting to answer how much cooler did my 90s X-Men display just get I don't know if I can describe it. I added 3 new characters that are going to offer major visual juxtaposition, and I think will add more depth and interest to the 90s X-Men display. You have Blink, who's got an awesome purple skin tone, beautiful face and hair sculpt, psionic effects, and that sash flowing behind her. And then there's Sunfire, who's like a dark, bold red and white, and has just the most epic mask of a face sculpt. And the flame effects take it to another level. And man, dude, the undervalued Dazzler by me is now properly valued. I think she's my favorite out of this trio. And I'm so happy, man. Isn't that cool when that happens? When you get a figure and then you end up just loving it way more than you thought? Well, for me, that's Dazzler out of this trio. All are great pickups, and I cannot wait to throw them in the Nerdery.